Hi, everybody. Jessica Johnston on a Tuesday night, I think. I don't know. On Tuesdays, we like to talk about the money opportunity of isogenics. And I'm so honored that the team picked me to talk about what it is that we're doing here. So if you are on this call for the very first time, welcome to our discussion about why the heck we're so excited about isogenics, not just from a product standpoint, but on Tuesdays, we also get to talk about why we're excited from a money standpoint. And rather than using slides tonight, I debated, I went back and forth. I decided just to take you on my journey and hope that some parts of this story can either feel relatable to you or it can excite you for the reason that you tuned in. And so I always like to say first that I appreciate any time that you take away from your family and from your jobs and from the other things that you have going on in your life. I'm sure there's a television show you'd rather watch, or maybe you were going to exercise tonight and now you're sitting on a Zoom call. And I know that you're probably doing 10 Zoom calls a day or a week right now, and everybody's getting a little tired of video. But I'm thankful for the technology because it helps me continue to do my business and engage with you all, and be as real as we possibly can be. So I'm very thankful for the technology. I can't wait to see you guys face to face again, but for now, this is all we got. So it's really good to see all of you. So thank you for being here. If you are listening for the first time and someone invited you, you know what? Kudos. You're the people that we want to recognize the most. If this is the first time you're learning about isogenics, or maybe the first time that you said, maybe there's a business opportunity here, at least let me hear a little bit more about it. Never pressure. There's never pressure to join us. The reason we meet here is to educate and tell you what has transpired for some of us in this opportunity, and what is possible. And so parts of this call could speak to you for what you feel like you joined for tonight. And I hope that we can hit on that. So thank you for being part of the team that has invited new members to join us tonight so that we can help more people in their health, and definitely for tonight's purposes, help people in their finances and their income that they have for their families. So again, my name's Jessica Johnston, and they asked me to do this call because my life is very, very different now than it was 7.5 years ago, when I finally said yes to isogenics after a year and a half of saying no. And so maybe, I bet most of you on the call said no to isogenics for a certain period of time, but then eventually obviously said yes. Or maybe you're someone who has been saying no to isogenics, but it took the right time and place and maybe person and scenario, the right time in your life for you to finally say yes. And maybe right now is the right time for you to say yes to isogenics. So I said no for a year and a half, just like some of you. I knew it was one of those direct sales things. It was one of those, I knew it wasn't a pyramid because I felt better about this industry of direct selling than most people do. I had family members that had been in direct sales and even multi-level marketing at some point. I had plenty of friends that were engaging with home-based party selling, Tupperware and skincare and jewelry. I went to a lot of jewelry parties. I like jewelry. I had a lot of friends selling jewelry at one point. My skin looked awesome at one point because I was engaging in those at-home parties. But I'll tell you, I believed in the model, and I loved my friends that were doing those types of things. But for me personally, as a businesswoman and a mother and a wife and a housekeeper, none of those companies spoke to me personally as far as something I wanted to take time doing, to take time away from my family or my job for me sell handbags or jewelry. It never excited me enough to engage in that, to learn this business, and to be away from my family, especially at night. I was never into a home party plan. And while I supported my friends very consistently, and I own a lot more of that stuff than I need in my house, I got a lot of Tupperware. I got a lot of dishes. I got a lot of jewelry. I got 5 different kinds of skincare. I love my friends. I support them. Nothing spoke to me the way this company did. And from a product standpoint, I looked at Isagenix strictly because of health challenges and because I had been in a lot of doctor's offices, even hospitalized multiple times over the period of 13 years, with some very tragic moments and scary moments in that time frame, and had a very fragile and vulnerable body. I was very delicate in my health. And at the ripe old age of 23, 24, 25, did not fully understand how to, become stronger and get stronger immunity. And so I exercise. I eat decently, not great. I'm an average human being, but I exercise and I take good care of myself, and I engage in, my faith is really important to me, and I make sure I have those things. But at the end of the day, my body was still really inflamed. And so after eliminating so many different companies, but having the nutritional, consumable, health type of direct selling company presented to me multiple times, I decided that felt more right for me. That felt more comfortable and exciting to me because I personally needed this. And so I chose Isagenix for the product because it's clean. There was nothing else like it. It was simple and sustainable as a busy mother of 3 children running 3 businesses. Now, I left a career in investment banking. I graduated with a degree in finance, and I left investment banking to work through my health challenges. I was on the fast track to being a very successful corporate executive. And it was attractive to me, and it was exciting to me, and the money was good to me. And I had the ambition and the motivation to be successful in investment banking. But I also didn't want to die with my health, and I wanted to raise a family. And after 6 years of investment banking, I decided my health was more important. I shut down the investment banking, and I turned myself into an entrepreneur. I helped my family start 2 fitness centers, upscale fitness centers in Charlotte, North Carolina, state of the art, working with high class clientele, affluent demographics, professional athletes. Started to open businesses with my family while I was going through my health challenges. I was able to work with my business, be at home. I started another private business and decided, okay, if I want to raise a family, I'm getting my health under control. And it got better over time. But until Isagenix, everything changed when I said yes to Isagenix. My health got under control. Guys, I could speak for hours on this product line. I'm here because the product changed my life. It changed my health. It's to this day the cleanest, most effective, full nutritional comprehensive program to nutritionally load the body and detoxify it at the same time. And when that happens for the body, everything changes inside and it starts to show up on the outside. That's why I'm here. And I remember the day that I looked at my husband in the kitchen and he said, "You can do something more with this. I've never seen you appear this healthy in 13 years. And I've held your hand in the hospital many times. And I've been to the doctor's offices with you a lot. And I haven't seen you this way in a very long time. He felt great using the product. But his next words were, I know you, Jessica, and I know you're going to go crazy with this. So I need you to balance this. We have 3 children. You're still running 3 other businesses. I need you to just balance it. Promise me you will balance it. And so without letting go of those gyms initially, without letting go of that other business, and my health at the best place it had been in probably 20 years, I decided to start sharing this gift because I wanted other people who suffered from the same things I did to feel better. And that's what motivated me to share this. So I began sharing. The people who sponsored me or my neighbors, they would come over to the house and say, well, you made $300 last week. If you did this, we could make $1,000. Why don't, how's it going? How's your father feeling? How are your brothers feeling? Do they want to talk more about this, right? And I was like, yeah, let's help more people. Let's help more people. And so I called the workout partner, and I called my friends that are in the gym all the time. And I'm like, you're working too hard. You've got to detox. It'll just go change everything, right? I'll whip 10 pounds off you. And I know you're running on that treadmill every day and your body looks the same as it did 3 years ago. And so I got serious about identifying people in my life, my father, my brother, my mom who was in radiation, my best friend that was at the gym all the time, my workout partner that looked the same after 6 years of working out with me. And I started to reach out to these people and say, I'm not really sure what this income opportunity is about, but you've got to try the product. And little by little, every Monday, money was showing up for me. And I was getting an email every Monday that said, congratulations, you've earned this much. Thank you for your referrals and your commitment to Isagenix. And all I was thinking was, I have something magnificent to share with people that the company is paying me to talk about. This is genius. I've never had an at-home party. Let's fast forward 7 years. I've never had a party at my house. I have rarely, I don't think ever entertained an Isagenix event in my home. Because it's a personal place for me. It's my sanctuary. It's where my children are. It's a private place for me. I didn't want to build a business at my house other than my office with my PC. And it was just how I chose to do it. I met maybe people at reserve a hotel room, or would go to my sponsors' events at the country club where they would be doing guest speaking events, and I would bring my new customers in to hear this. And I remember in the beginning, I used to get nervous that my sponsors would talk about the money. And I was like, ooh, that's so embarrassing. Can we just talk about the product? Because that's what I was so excited about. But every time they spoke about the financial opportunity, I'm an intelligent person. I listened. I listened because they had a gorgeous home. They homeschooled 5 kids. They looked amazing. And I thought, they're making a lot of money doing this. And finally, one day I decided to quit worrying about all this stuff. And I started to ask the question to people, is your health the priority? Because I can help you. Or are your finances a priority? And 80% of the time, people said, why not both? And don't those things go hand in hand? If you have better health, you can make more money. And if you make more money, you can have better health. Why wouldn't those go together? And I'll never forget the woman who said that to me. That completely changed how I looked at Isagenix and how I was sharing it with people. And I decided that day I was going to talk about the opportunity to make a ton of money here, and obviously the ability to get people healthy. And I aggressively to this day will present 2 opportunities to people, and I will let them choose what's best for them. Now, a lot of people will come in and say, let me try the product first, and maybe if it works okay for me, then I'll venture into the business. Very normal way to start something like this. There are other people who say, I am here for the money. I love direct sales. I've had experience in the industry. This is the company I want to work with. This is the team that I want to work with. And they come in specifically because the compensation plan is genius. They already know that the product is going to sustain itself. They already know that the product is going to work. And for me, that was a new mindset. So now I can tell you wholeheartedly, come in for the money and just know that you have a killer product to talk about. So it's both things, thank goodness. And because we have both things, and because the product works, and because this compensation plan is so simple to follow and so simple to duplicate, is the reason that I've, by the grace of God, earned $5 million in 7 years. 5 million. So the first time my sponsor came over and said, you made $328 last week. And I'm like, how? Well, you told this person and this person, and they told these people, and this doubled, so you got this. And I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. But I didn't really listen. I'm like, that's cool. If you're going to pay me, that's awesome. That $328 that week turned into $1,000 in a week. It turned into $2,000. It jumped actually to $4,000. And it was at $4,000 in a week for a little bit, and then it jumped to $10,000 a week. $10,000 a week. And then it jumped to $13,000 a week. And then it jumped to $18,000 in a week. And I have had some months where there's $20,000 a week coming into my bank account because this Isagenix product line is beautiful and amazing. People need it desperately. And a good chunk of our team found that this is a very beautiful and legitimate and big business opportunity. There is an abundance of income that can be applied to your life if you get passionate about what this is, and if you want to do better than I did and accept the fact that this is just as much a financial solution for people as it is a health solution. And some of you came in for the business, so I know I lay heavy on the product, but it's how I built my business, if I'm being honest. But now I can find people who say, I want the business, and I got really smart at teaching it. Because of my degree, because of the simplicity of it, and because I have great mentors, we find people that want to sit for 15 minutes to understand how we get paid. And I won't get into it tonight because you can watch, if you have not really ever seen our compensation plan, you don't really know what I'm talking about. It's basically just the way that they reward us for being a person that talks about this company. So our company so graciously does not spend money on advertising. In owning my own businesses, a very big part of my budget was spent on advertising, magazines, billboards, anywhere that we could put our name, our logo, flyers on people's cars, right? Running a gym, constantly trying to get out there and pay for that. Well, our company said the best way to advertise this product is for our people to consume it and talk about it because it's real. It's real. The consumption of these products change people. Let's have them talk about it. Instead of paying an advertising budget, we're going to pay our people to advertise. So we are the advertising expense. It's us. So our company pays us to talk about Isagenix and bring new people in and open new accounts is basically what that means. When we open an account, all we're doing simply is ordering the product for people. So we find people that say, I'd like to be part of Isagenix. Great. Step one, let's order your product. I'm going to open an account for you. You can order all the product you want through that account going forward. But also, from a business standpoint, there is some value to the position where I'm opening your account. The value there, I call it your real estate. You're actually gaining real estate in this company. Now, we have been around for 18 years. We have done nothing but get better and better and better. And the executive staff and the leadership at this corporation is beyond any corporation in all of my investment banking years that I've ever been a part of or studied. These people are experienced in our industry. They have done it themselves personally, and they came out of retirement when they saw a product that worked, and they had the ability to author this compensation plan. And so we have this compensation plan that pays us abundantly in two ways. This is how I talk about it. We get paid up front for opening accounts for people. And as we continue to open accounts for people and share what we have, in the background, there's money growing in the background. So we get paid up front, we get paid on the back end. The company stores all of the volume of all of those accounts that we help get opened for product, and it begins to pay us out on the volume that we bring to the company and any volume that they bring to the company. And so if I enroll people, we open accounts, the system keeps track. And then those people get a result, they feel great, they start sharing, and they start opening accounts for people. And the company is tracking all of these points. And in the background, it begins to pay us out again because of the volume that we're bringing into the company. Whether we brought it here, or the person that we brought in brought it to us, or 3 people after that brought us the volume. And we are paid unlimited in Isagenix. It is unlimited. If you've been in the industry before, I am so excited to tell you the company doesn't take that volume away from us. They don't take it away. As long as you are consuming Isagenix, they're going to continue to bank that volume and pay you out. I can't wait for you guys to learn more about the compensation plan. It's a whole separate phone call, but it takes about, 15 minutes to explain it. We get money up front, we get money later. That's all you need to know. And we're just in the business of sharing. We're in the business of allowing other people to see what we see and know what we know and experience what we experience. And I am every day grateful for the abundance that this company has shown. And it is because of all of the teammates on here that have contributed in some way. You order your products, you eat your Isagenix, you share it with people. And it's because of you that my life is so different now. And I'll never see it any differently. And it was because I got excited to help people feel better. So I would challenge you to, dig down inside and find what excites you about this and what could motivate you about this. And I would challenge you to not let anything stop you. Not your sister who thinks you're kooky, not your friend that thinks you're drinking the Kool-Aid, not the people who are going to tell you this is a pyramid scheme, which it's not. Those are illegal. I wouldn't do that. I have 3 kids and a degree in finance and investment banking. I don't think I could do something illegal. My heart couldn't do it. Don't let any of those things stop you from whatever you want your potential to be here, because it is the truth that you can have $500 extra a week. You can have $1,000 extra a week. You can have $5,000 extra a week. It depends on what's important, what your dreams and your goals are. And without really even knowing it, I had no idea that this type of money existed. I knew that residual income was a beautiful thing, but I was never going to write a book or act in a movie or do something that would pay me residually forever. But it can happen here. We are going to be paid the rest of our lives for eating Isagenix and helping other people eat Isagenix. So I appreciate every bar that you eat. I appreciate every joint support that you guys order. And as a team, I'm here consistently. I think the team would say that. I'm here consistently to try to educate you and motivate you and paint vision for what could happen and what your potential could be. Because if it can happen for me, and hear me out, this is so cliche. If it can happen for me, you guys, it can happen for anybody. Because of the way that this compensation plan works, one person can dramatically change your financial blueprint in Isagenix. And I can't say that for every company, but I can say it for this one. And you can be paid to the degree that you want to be paid. We will be here to coach you. We show up every day to offer and educate you on what our experiences were, what worked, what didn't work, and we will be consistent to try to help you be successful. So what I would ask you to do is go back to whoever invited you to this call. If you're hearing it for the first time, or maybe you're just new, I'd love to hear your feedback on our team page. Go out there, get support from the person who wants you to become part of Isogenics. Get their support and jump on board together. I always recommend, listen, I'm a big lover of the value pack. It's my favorite pack. It is the way to go if you want the experience and you want to start off already on the best foot forward with Isogenics. If you are a business owner and you're doing this as a business, start with your ultimate pack. Try everything in the pack. If not, you're an individual, start with your value pack. You can ask your future sponsor what that's all about, but start there if you want to start off strong. We want to go value pack, and we'll help you make your money back really quickly so that you never have to pay for Isogenics. We never want you paying for Isogenics because you're going to share it enough with people that you're going to end up getting it paid for because you're going to be paid by this company. So thank you for showing up. I appreciate you guys. I love your smiles, you guys. My team, you guys light me up. And hopefully you'll bring in all your new great customers and great business builders and continue to show up so that we can coach you and educate you on how to be amazing. Love you. Thanks for tonight. Take care,
Great
everybody.
call, Jessica.
Thank you.